From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Rob Westgate. Work crews continue to whittle down power outages across Ontario, triggered by the latest round of wintry weather to hit the province. The Hydro One outage map shows roughly 15,000 customers are still in the dark as of early this morning, down from the initial 61,000 reported at the storm's peak. Meanwhile, the weather system has shifted east, with Environment Canada saying some areas northeast of Quebec City and into northern New Brunswick could see between 15 to 40 centimeters of snow, along with high winds. Alberta Premier Danielle Smith says 2025 saw the final legal foundations laid for her province's new health care system, and that the plan for 26 is now to prove that they're worth it.
In a year-end interview with the Canadian Press, Smith says Albertans will be able to see the results. Her government has been working to restructure the health system from one province-wide provider to 4 organizations handling different specialties. Smith is promising a new public-facing dashboard to show decreasing wait times for things like surgeries. But opposition leader Naheed Nenshi says it's all smoke and that Albertans aren't seeing any improvements. Lisa Laporte, the Canadian Press.
The federal minister responsible for Indigenous services is not committing to bringing back a defunct clean water bill in the new year as it was written. This, as Minister Mandy Gull-Masty's government is under pressure to finally eliminate boil water advisories in First Nations communities. That previous bill, which died when the last federal election was called, was drafted with input from First Nations and sought to ensure they could protect freshwater sources on their own territories. Prime Minister Mark Carney recently told the Assembly of First Nations that new clean water legislation would be coming in the spring. And on the international stage now, powerful Russian missiles have arrived in Belarus.
Russia's nuclear-capable Oreshnik missile system has entered active service, Russia's Ministry of Defense says, as negotiators continue to search for a breakthrough in peace talks to end Moscow's war in Ukraine. Troops held a brief ceremony to mark the occasion in neighbouring Belarus, where the missiles have been deployed, the ministry says. Russian President Vladimir Putin said earlier in December that the Oreshnik would soon be deployed and warned Moscow will seek to extend its gains in Ukraine if Kyiv and its Western allies reject the Kremlin's demands. The announcement comes at a critical time in the peace talks, with negotiators still searching for a breakthrough on key issues, including territory and control of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
And authorities in China's Xinjiang region are threatening to detain residents over downloading, listening to, and sharing Uyghur language songs, which they say are threatening social stability, damaging the Chinese Communist Party's reputation, and bringing down the public's morale. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Gavin McKenna scored a hat-trick as Canada finally flexed its muscles at the World Junior Championship. It was a 9-1 victory over Denmark. Canada, which is looking to get back atop the podium after consecutive quarterfinal exits, improved to 7-0 all-time against Denmark with a combined score of 59-5. Elsewhere on the ice, Damon Severson had a goal and an assist as the Columbus Blue Jackets posted a 4-1 win over the Ottawa Senators. The Oilers were guided by backstop Calvin Pickard en route to a 3-1 victory over the Winnipeg Jets, Edmonton's goalie contributing 41 saves in the effort. The Flames topped the Bruins 2-1, while the Canucks and the Kraken took things to a shootout 3-2 the final for Vancouver. And finally over to the NBA, where the Toronto Raptors managed to hold off the Orlando Magic 107-106. Jamal Shed led the Raptors with a career-high 19 points, including 3 three-pointers. Brandon Ingram added 17 points and 9 rebounds, while Scotty Barnes contributed with a double-double, 13 points, 11 rebounds. From the Canadian Press, I'm Rob Westgate.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.